The Green Knight is either a yay or a nay. And I'm going to let you guys know why in a couple of minutes. What's up? Welcome to the channel. This is GVN, where we review movies, series, comics, animations, and video games. Now it's all about the Green Knight today. My partner in this V6 has done a sort of 1 minute recap on it on our Instagram channel, so you guys can check that out. The link are going to be here. Future we'll put it here in the edit. But for this one, I'm just going to give you guys a sort of 5-minute review on it to let you guys know where it excels, why it's a yay, and where it doesn't, why it's a nay. So first and foremost, Dave Patel, he plays the role of Gawain. Gawain is the son of Morgan Le Fay. Now, Morgan Le Fay is the sister of King Arthur, you know, Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. So Gawain is his nephew. And this movie was also directed by David Lowery. Now, I'll say it's first and foremost, it's a visual spectacle. Like, yo, if you're an aspiring filmmaker, there is so much that you're going to learn from watching this. Or if you just even like, you know, having a visual spectacle in front of you, just for, even if it's just for the sake of it, this movie excels in that part. Now, on the storytelling side of things, see, it's based on a 14th century poem, right? And I'm just going to let you guys know now, unless you intend to also read up on it later on, you might not get it as much. Like, you are going to be confused, and I'm not exaggerating, but you are going to be lost for at least 1 hour 40 minutes of this movie. Yeah, I know that's a long time, right? This movie is about 2 hours and I think 10 to 15 minutes long. So for that long, you might not just understand shit. Like, that's just how insane it is. It's short, and the story is told in a way that expects you to fill in the gaps with your mind. I mean, yo, I watched Inception many years back, only once I got the story. I watched Interstellar by Nolan also, only once I understood the story. Recently I watched Tenet, only once I understood the story. But see, this one, I just didn't. Like, honestly, I didn't for a long time. And while I knew that I could easily read up on it before continuing with the movie, if you know anything about me, I'm someone that I avoid spoilers like the plague. Like, this is spoilers, this is me going, ah. So that was how it felt for me. I did not want to read up on it. I actually wanted to still watch the entire thing, see the story being told by David Lowery before going ahead to now read up and read up and read up before now giving a proper review. And that's what I did. So I'm giving you guys this disclaimer. I'm not some uncultured swine, because some of you might probably be rolling your eyes now if you've seen the movie and you'll be like, who be this guy? Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But truth be told, I won't call it a slow burn. I'll just call it a movie that demands 110% of your attention. I know I once said that about a movie in the past. I said no sudden move demands 100% of your attention. This one demands 110%. It demands all your attention, and chances are you might not still understand everything going on. Now, see, this movie is not what you watch on, say, a Friday night. If you just want to chill, relax, and understand some dope story, or maybe you're looking for some action, I don't think this is the movie, because at some point, to be honest, it started feeling like work, and I've not felt that way in a long time watching something, right? But it started feeling like work to me at some point. So what I'll tell you is this: be prepared to be bored, be prepared to be excited, be prepared to feel sleepy, be prepared to maybe be on the edge of your seat, depending on what side you're on, whether you are for the yays or for the nays. Just be prepared. When you watch this movie, you understand what I'm saying, but it's like, you know, if this guy's character arc is the same character arc each and every one of us on earth go through, I think the world would be a better place at the end of the day. I mean, yo, you have to watch it to understand what I'm saying. As I said, you have to stick with it to actually appreciate it. But the moral of the story, the Grey Knight, is this: true change comes from within. You cannot look to external forces to effect that change that is meant to come from within you. Because, you know, this was the time of Arthur and his knights, and, you know, the knight had all these, their codes, you know, their virtues, being chivalrous, and all those other things, honor, and all those things. So these are not things that someone from the outside is meant to create in you. These are things that you have to create in yourself, because it's like the common saying, true change comes from within, not from outside. And honestly, in a nutshell, that's the moral of this story. Like I've said, it might feel like a slow burn, and I know not many people will be patient with watching something that goes on and on and on for like 1 hour 40 minutes, 1 hour 45 minutes before you now start understanding things. So I can understand if this is a movie that after you are 20 minutes in maximum, you just want to skip it. But I would say it sort of rewards you for sticking with it all the way to the end at the end of the day. Personally, if I wasn't going that route, David Lowery's route of sticking true to the story from the 14th century times, that's the poem itself, I would go and add some more action bit into it so that it's going to give more people more things to enjoy in the movie. Either a yay or a nay. For me, I'll give it a 7. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't an instant hit for me, especially because I knew nothing about the story. And I feel even if a story is based on a series of books, if you are bringing it to a visual medium, yes, I know some things might be omitted and maybe it might need to be split into parts, but it's something that you should be able to convey if you're actually putting something out for people to watch. That was another thing that I was thinking about, because at a point towards the end, when I still wasn't understanding that much, I'll just say, man, do not fucking end on a cliffhanger. Don't end on a cliffhanger. Don't end on a cliffhanger, because that was one thing that I did not want. I did not want it to end on a cliffhanger, because after putting people through all that time, you have to just give them something to go home with. You understand? Because this was also in the cinemas. But yeah, overall, this movie wasn't terrible. It did not suck. But depending on your perspective, it will either be a yay or a nay. So check out this video or this video next if you've enjoyed what you've watched on the channel. It's been Tech for GVN. Peace.